Are you happy to be the age you are now? Why not?
Yes, I'm quite happy with the age I am now. I feel like I've reached a point in life where I'm mature enough to make informed decisions, yet still young and energetic enough to explore new opportunities. For instance, I've recently started learning new skills outside of my academic field, like photography and public speaking, which I might not have had the confidence to try when I was younger. Also, this age allows me to build meaningful relationships, both personally and professionally, while still having time to grow and make mistakes. So overall, I'd say it's a good balance between freedom and responsibility.
When you was a child, did you think a lot about your future? Why not?
To be honest, when I was a child, I didn't think much about the future. Like most kids, I was more focused on the present, playing with friends, watching cartoons, and doing my homework only when absolutely necessary. I think it's because, at that age, life feels simple and carefree, and the idea of planning ahead doesn't really cross your mind. That being said, I did occasionally dream about what I wanted to be when I grew up, usually something exciting like a pilot or an astronaut, but it was more of a fantasy than a serious plan. So overall, I'd say I was more in the moment rather than being future-oriented.
Do you think you have changed as you have got older? Why not?
Absolutely, I believe I've changed quite a lot as I've grown older, both in terms of personality and mindset. When I was younger, I used to be quite impulsive and emotional, but now I've become more thoughtful and composed. I've also learned to see things from different perspectives, rather than jumping to conclusions. I think this change has a lot to do with life experience, facing challenges, meeting new people, and learning from my mistakes. These things gradually shape who you are. So yes, growing older has definitely made me more mature and self-aware.
What will be different about your life in the future? Why?
In the future, I imagine my life will be quite different in several ways. For one, I'll probably have more responsibilities, especially in terms of my career and family. Right now, most of my time is spent studying and planning for the future. But later on, I'll need to actually put those plans into action, whether that means working a full-time job, supporting my family, or even raising children. I also hope to live more independently, perhaps in a different city or even abroad. These changes are natural as part of growing up, and I think they'll help me become more resilient and self-reliant. So although the future might be more demanding, I'm also excited about the new experiences it will bring.
Describe a time when you started using a new technological device, for example, a new computer or phone. You should say what device you started using, why you started using this device, how easy or difficult it was to use, and explain how helpful this device was to you.
One technological device that I started using not long ago was a tablet, specifically an iPad. I decided to get one because I needed a lightweight and portable device for both studying and entertainment. Carrying a laptop around all the time became quite inconvenient, especially when I had to move between classes or travel. At first, I wasn't sure if it would be easy to adapt to a new system, especially since I had been using a Windows laptop and Android phone for years. But to my surprise, the iPad was incredibly user-friendly. The interface was intuitive, and with a bit of time, I got used to the gestures and shortcuts. I also paired it with an Apple Pencil, which turned out to be a game changer for taking notes and sketching diagrams during lectures. The device has been extremely helpful. It has improved my productivity since I can read and annotate PDFs, attend online classes, and even edit documents on the go. Plus, it's great for relaxing too. I can watch videos, read ebooks, or play games when I need a break. Overall, starting to use the iPad was one of the best decisions I've made in terms of blending convenience with functionality.
What is the best age for children to start computer lessons?
In my opinion, the best age for children to start learning about computers is around 6 or 7 years old. At that age, they usually have basic reading and motor skills, which makes it easier for them to interact with a computer interface. Starting early helps them become digitally literate from a young age, which is crucial in today's tech-driven world. However, I believe the focus should be on teaching them how to use computers responsibly rather than just exposing them to games or entertainment. Lessons should include basic skills like typing, using educational software, and understanding internet safety. If taught properly, early computer education can not only enhance a child's learning experience, but also prepare them for future academic and career opportunities.
Do you think that schools should use more technology to help children learn?
Yes, I strongly believe that schools should integrate more technology into the learning process. Technology, when used appropriately, can make lessons more engaging and interactive. For instance, educational apps, online simulations, and multimedia presentations can help students understand complex topics more easily and make learning more enjoyable. Moreover, technology allows for personalized learning. Students can learn at their own pace, revisit difficult materials, and access a wealth of information beyond the traditional textbook. That said, I also think it's important to strike a balance. Technology should complement, not replace, traditional teaching methods. Face-to-face interaction, critical thinking, and hands-on activities are still essential parts of a well-rounded education.
Do you agree or disagree that computers will replace teachers one day?
I personally disagree with the idea that computers will completely replace teachers in the future. While it's true that technology is playing an increasingly important role in education through online courses, virtual classrooms, and AI-powered learning platforms, I believe that teachers provide something that machines simply cannot: human connection and emotional support. Teachers do much more than just deliver content. They motivate students, adapt to individual learning styles, manage classroom dynamics, and offer guidance when students struggle, not just academically, but sometimes personally as well. These are qualities that computers, no matter how advanced, still lack. That said, I do think computers will continue to be powerful tools that assist teachers, making education more accessible and efficient. But rather than replacing educators, they'll most likely work alongside them to create a more effective and balanced learning environment.
How much has technology improved how we communicate with each other?
Technology has drastically transformed the way we communicate, making it faster, more convenient, and more accessible than ever before. Thanks to smartphones, social media, and messaging apps, people can stay connected in real time, regardless of where they are in the world. For instance, video calls allow families and friends to see each other even when they live thousands of miles apart. Moreover, communication has become more flexible. We can choose to send a quick text, a voice message, or even start a group chat, depending on the situation. This kind of versatility was unthinkable a few decades ago. That being said, while technology has undoubtedly improved the efficiency of communication, some people argue that it has reduced the quality of face-to-face interaction. I think the key is to use technology wisely, to stay connected without losing the human touch.
Do you agree that there are still many more major technological innovations to be made?
Yes, I strongly believe that there are still many more groundbreaking technological innovations to be made. While we've already seen tremendous advancements in fields like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and space exploration, I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. For instance, AI has made great strides, but its potential in areas like healthcare, education, and even creative industries is far from fully realized. Additionally, with the rapid development of quantum computing, there's a possibility that we'll soon have computing power far beyond what we can imagine today. Another area where I believe innovation is still in its infancy is sustainable energy. We've made progress with renewable sources like solar and wind, but the technology for creating completely sustainable and efficient energy solutions is still evolving. As environmental concerns grow, I think we will witness some revolutionary breakthroughs in this area. So while we've come a long way, I'm confident that the future holds even more exciting and transformative technological innovations.
Could you suggest some reasons why some people are deciding to reduce their use of technology?
Yes, I can think of a few reasons why some people are choosing to reduce their use of technology. First and foremost, many individuals are concerned about the negative effects of excessive screen time on their health. Prolonged exposure to screens, especially smartphones, can lead to eye strain, sleep disturbances, and even mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. As a result, some people are deliberately cutting back on their use of technology to avoid these health risks. Another reason is the desire for a more balanced lifestyle. With technology, it's easy to become consumed by work emails, social media, or endless scrolling. Some people find that reducing their use of technology allows them to focus on other aspects of life, such as spending quality time with family, pursuing hobbies, or simply enjoying nature without constant digital distractions. Lastly, there's also the issue of privacy and security. With the increasing amount of personal data being shared online, some people are becoming more cautious about how much they reveal and which platforms they use. The fear of data breaches or surveillance is prompting some individuals to limit their digital footprint. In conclusion, while technology has undoubtedly brought many benefits, these concerns over health, lifestyle, and privacy are motivating people to reconsider their relationship with technology and reduce their reliance on it.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us in today's interview. Wishing you good health and the best of luck.
Thank you very much, sir. I also wish good health and the best of luck in life.